Welcome to the main event. We back live, baby. We late, but we here. Get ready to crank this thing up, man. Welcome to the main event. I be your host, Main Event Pro. This is the most unhinged wrestling podcast on YouTube. Y'all don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're about to hit you with the intro so we can dive right into it.
Welcome to
Dom, I think I know what you were trying to do. Welcome to
the main event. The most unhinged wrestling podcast on YouTube. Welcome to the main event. I be your host, Main Event Pro. We're about to just run through the thing. We're running late, man. We're running late, and Raw is about to come on. You know we got to do the watch along, right? So for the weekly wrestling conversation this week, number one, we have a stacked men's card for the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble for the men's is stacked with Roman Reigns, LA Knight, Jey Uso, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, and Rey Mysterio. Now, with all these headliners in this match, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more. And I'm surprised they're announcing it early, but I'm not surprised. Like they're giving us the big names so we can tune in. They're hyping it up, amplifying it, right? And then it is the Triple H era. So This probably his way of doing it and promoting the Royal Rumble show. Yeah, so the men's Royal Rumble is stacked. It's going to be highly anticipated. So I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Royal Rumble. I'm ready to see who's going to win the Royal Rumble. I'm ready to see who they're going to call out for the titles. Now, the women Royal Rumbles is that's looking like the big surprise right there. That's the big surprise. They're keeping the women wrapped up. So when they unwrap it, we'll be surprised. All right, the next thing is I want to talk about is how would they push Penta, Mr. Pinto Bean? How they gonna push Penta? Is they gonna like book? Do you think they gonna book him highly, like as a single competitor, where he'll go for titles, maybe win a mid-card title, hold it for a short period of time, or he's just gonna be another Andrade to put up good matches? So y'all let me know what y'all think about how they're gonna push Penta down in the comments. What's the path for Liv Morgan? It looks like Liv Morgan gonna be out of the top title picture for right now. I do think Liv Morgan may go for the mid-card title first before she jump back into the tag team action, or vice versa. But I do know one thing. Becky Lynch is not done with Liv Morgan. I don't think Becky Lynch done with Liv Morgan. I think she's gonna start a feud with her, and it'll be like a #1 contender match or something for the mid-card title to go against Lyra Valkyria. They will get maybe Lyra versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for the women's Intercontinental title. So I'm looking out for that. I'm looking out for that. What's up, 907 Good Eats? Appreciate you swinging through. Appreciate you swinging through. I'm trying to run down this car. I'm late. The wrestling about to get ready to come on in a minute. I'm running late. I supposed to did it last night, but it was cold as it was cold last night. Like all I want to do is fold up like a burrito and wrap up like a burrito. That's all I wanted to do. But hope everything going good your way. 907. Appreciate you coming through. Okay, so how long will Lyra Valkyria hold the Intercontinental title in her major feud? I want to talk about that, which I do think is going to be Becky Lynch. It's going to be Lyra Valkyria major feud up into WrestleMania. I do think that. And I think Lyra is going to hold this IC title for a while. Unlike the United States women title, which I think is going to be shifted around and passed around a little bit. So I think Lyra will hold this title and amplify it up. Let's hope it brings a character to Lyra Valkyria too. What's next for Damian Priest? Damian Priest seems to be still going after the heavyweight championship, but his feud with Finn Balor should be over. After that street match, that street fight, the feud should be over. And Damian Priest should be moving back up to the title picture. But I do see Damian Priest inside the Royal Rumble, if not having a singles match at the Royal Rumble. But pretty much Damian Priest going to be in the Royal Rumble. I think most likely the tag team titles and the mid-card titles is going to be displayed at the Royal Rumble. You have all your main hitters inside the Royal Rumble, right? The role for Finn Balor. Will Finn Balor capture gold again? Will Finn Balor go after the gold again? Or will Finn Balor go for mid-card title? Right now, it looks like he's trying to get the tag team title back. So we're going to see what's the role for Finn Balor. Raw is coming on tonight. Like I said, I'm kind of like rushing through it because the watch along is in a minute. So I'm kind of like rushing through it. You know what I'm saying? But who have they built up the challenge over Femi? Over Femi is a beast. This man is hurting people, man. Like he's unbeatable right now. He's unbeatable. Who will they build up the challenge over Femi? Now we do know they got this deal with TNA. Will they bring in TNA stars to challenge over Femi? Everybody want to see Obafemi versus Moose. What about Alexander? He put up a good match last night at Slamovich. He was pretty blooded up that I seen. I just seen the highlights. I don't even know if he won or not, but he was blooded up, handcuffed, and he got beat down pretty bad. But I don't know if he took the win. But maybe they bring Alexander in or Moose. Maybe Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me. Maybe Dolph Ziggler. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they bring him in. Now we know we got the women's tag team titles on the line at this upcoming NXT. We got Bianca and Naomi versus Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. And I'm wondering if salute Wiley, what to do, man. Appreciate you coming through. Salute. Appreciate you. And then we do know the women's titles on the line. And I just want to know not Lash Legend, goddamn. Will Jade Cargill pull up? Will Jade Cargill pull up this Tuesday? So I'm trying to see what she pull up, and that continues the story. Because we did see the note, right? When Naomi posted, when Naomi said she still don't know who did it, did Jade Cargill post that right after that? Are you sure? So we will be seeing that coming up real soon. Maybe Naomi throw the titles away. What's up, Wiley? What it do?
What's going on?
I don't know it, man. Trying to run down this card before Raw come on.
Yeah.
Oh man. But do you think Jay may return this Tuesday, or you think they need to hold it off?
Honestly, they need to hurry up and get this over with. This shit's already draining. This has been like literally one of the most horriblest piece of it was going on 907. Yeah, but it's been the most horriblest piece of story I ever told. It's like, ooh, they got hit, but no one don't have no cameraing, or no one don't have no piece of evidence of who saw it. No one don't know nothing. And yeah, we just dragging and dragging. Now we just supposed to just live off speculation of, oh, you sure you don't know? Oh, you sure you didn't know who did it? It's like, what the fuck that is? Like, that is some of the most saddest piece of storytelling I've ever heard. Like, it's just sad. It's like, I remember back in the days where wrestling was actually more better than this in storytelling. Like, you can't tell me you can't just go find like bits and images. Like, ooh, they'll probably do a little scheme, little primo, running back the videotape of the whole transaction of finding out, and this and this and this and that, and then somewhere in the mix of the ish, it goes down the wire. I'm like, okay, and then eventually you get more further detail. No one can get shit. It's just, I'm sorry, bro. That shit is his ass. It's like Triple H, bro. You and whoever is writing this shit, y'all just horrible at script writing.
Yeah, it is a messed up, detailed out. Excuse me. It is messed up the way they detailed it, because they actually went into this situation and made it look good, but didn't have nothing planned after it, right?
Of course not, because you gotta think about it. Like, we're not seeing no one with a motive yet about this whole thing. We don't see no Naomi with a motive. We don't see Bianca Belair with any type of some solemnity of motives. All we know is someone whacked mother loving Jade Cargill, and we just motherfucking sit in the back like, who did it?
The Dunn issued out the hit. It was Rizzo.
This shit is just crazy, bro. Like, there gotta be something that's clicking, man, and there ain't nothing clicking. So that shit just trash.
Right. And I agree. And now they're trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together, because she's back on social media. So we'll see though, man. Because I do think she may turn up in NXT, and Naomi may throw the match. She may throw the match and give the titles up to the Metaphor girls. and show her true colors, that she's the head leader of the Metaphor Girls.
And if that happens, just understand, ladies and gentlemen, I will never buy it. I said it before, I'll say it again. I won't buy it.
But it is crazy though, because no leads, no tracking, no tapes, no. She just now responding, and she happened to respond at that moment when Naomi said she don't know what happened. She still no leads on it. So that was crazy. But
That's why that thing went dry.
Right. Let's drop down to this next topic. Topic on hand is we see B-Fab. She got her own music. She came out by herself. Where is the Street Profits? What are we doing? The best thing they can do right now with the Street Profits is send one to Raw and keep one on SmackDown, or send Angelo Dawkins back to NXT. Maybe he can do some work with NXT and TNA and switch through the brands. But Montez Ford need to come out as a breakout star right now. And this need to be his year where he started to break out as a single competitor. What's your thoughts on it?
Hey, look, I say it like this. I mean, I don't know if there's any, not that there ain't no contract updates as far as his contract. We all know or speculated that his contract will end around December. So the fact that they still on television tells me they're in the working of contract talk phase.
Okay.
Right now. I mean, on a sense, it does look like they're gonna finalize a deal, quote unquote, for the simple fact that they're in somewhere in the mix of a title picture. But it is like they're there and then they're not there. So it's very tricky to know for sure if that's going to be the case or not. Look, I know everyone's hoping and praying that, Montez Ford, step up and step out as a singles competitor.
Right.
Versus staying in the tag team. But this is just the reality, man. Like I told you, it's the reality. This is always that numb effect of carrying somewhat dead weight. And I say somewhat because, again, I didn't know how bad it was for amongst the other brother on the team, how bad he was back in NXT. Now, granted, I'm not saying Dalton is bad as far as a wrestler. I mean, he moves pretty well for a big guy. But The thing is, as much as he moves well for a big guy and everything else and how he moves, it's crazy to see those back tape from NXT days and be like, wait, that used to be you? And you're looking at that and you're just like, yeah, that shit crazy. But, I mean, look, the way I look at it, I say it like this. Hey, look, if it comes to him being a breakout star, I say this very confidently and very fairly, is like, I hope that when they separate, it's on good terms versus being bad terms. Because personally, I don't see this being a thing of warfare, honestly, between the two.
Right.
Especially because I don't need another crime time type of visual storyline.
Right.
Former partners going at each other's head because you were dead weight to me, you were slowing me down, all the other shit. Like,
right.
No, because y'all had more success than they did. So for me to see it all boiled down is like, no, there hasn't really been like crucial moments of just being boiled down. Y'all been screwed over. That's pretty much it. So if you try to sell that to me again, I won't buy it because it's just fraudulent as hell. Just fraudulent in my mind. So yeah, that's what the most I could probably hope for amongst them if they end up happening that way. But I will say this, WWE, you better realize two things. If you let them boys walk, mainly one of them, aka Montez Ford, he's definitely going to be on someone's radar ASAP. That's either going to be AEW. That might just be fucking TNA / Impact. Who knows? It may be LW. It may be MLW.
Or he may do what Mustafa Ali did.
He just might. I mean, unless they give him a contract, but I think they might give him a contract. But it could be that, Wes. I mean, if you want to build up your stock in your portfolio, then yeah, go ahead and do that. But the reason why I'm aiming that way because let's just be real, a lot of these other wrestling companies, mainly AEW, are desperate. And trust and believe me, don't be surprised if AEW make a big offer and gave him a nice fat contract on top of it and be like, oh yeah, we're going to work you in with Bobby Lashley and everybody else. This is going to be good. Trust me, it's coming that way. It looks like it could come that way. You let him set him free.
Yeah, they set him free is over, boy. Because Tony Khan gonna goddamn throw that money in his lap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but my only thing though, as much as I would say this though, Montez Ford, if you ever hear this video, for however reasons you end up finding this video, brother, I would love to see you in the TNA more than anything else, personally, in my opinion. But if you do go that route, Ed, it's on you. But
get that money. Oh man, yeah, that's what's up. Now, let's move to the next topic on hand, which is, will Jimmy Uso find his niche? We see right now they using putting Jimmy Uso up for like solo matches. They're trying to put him in a feud with Melo Hayes. He's still stuck in the bloodline vortex. He's still stuck in that sort of kind of, because they're still coming after him. And let's see how they push Jimmy as a solo contender, because they had him come out with his own intro. He came out with the introduction of himself, but he did his brother thing. He hit the yeet. You know what I'm saying? So he got to kind of dwell off his brother, get off of that. And let's see if Jimmy find his niche, man. I'm hoping the best for Jimmy, because I've been rooting for old Big Jim, to come up on top. What you think about Jimmy Uso as a solo competitor?
So
the match was pretty good.
It was all right. So here's my thing. I'm gonna just say it like this. First and foremost, once again, WWE, aka Triple H, you've ruined the bloodline story beyond measurements, you selfish piece of shit. I swear to gosh. Again, I'm on my little pack of saying, yeah, bring back Vince, because this is some trash. I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know who the hell selling these stories, but Lord have mercy, Triple H, if you are the big component of it, you just suck complete ass. You may know talent, but you don't know how to sell talent. I don't care if you're selling entertainment. I don't care what the freak you're doing. You just still suck. You suck completely. Lord have mercy, you just suck. Look, because personally, in my honest opinion of this, the toughest part about this is knowing that when I look at the whole thing of the bloodline, this should have been done so much more better. I said this before, right around War Games, Survivor Series War Games.
Yeah.
Literally, if you look very closely at the acknowledgement that Roman had gave Jimmy for the big sacrifice move, knowing he injured his big toe and everything, you would think from that point in time, Roman would have at least, quote unquote, give Jimmy that position he should have gave him at that point in time, aka being the right hand man, because Jay, because pretty much he fucked up the bond between himself and Jay. So it's like Jay's on Raw doing his own thing. The best one he got right now that's warring up right next to him is Jimmy. So may as well be him, especially in that moment. Because when you look at that moment, you go back and go look at that moment. There was a nice announcement of a hug, and you would think to yourself, "Oh yeah, we gonna sell this. We gonna sell this big. We're gonna rank up people around this bitch." But no, not that ain't what the fuck we did. We ain't gonna have no heartfelt moments in this bitch. We ain't gonna have no status upgrade in this bitch. We ain't gonna have nothing. Nah, we ain't gonna have none of that. We ain't gonna have none of that. Now, granted, and it's the shit that just looks very sad and very distasteful. But again, it goes to show you, this is why I sit here and say I'm loving right now where this story is sort of going, because Man, Drew out here cooking, man. He is keeping it $100. Between Drew and fucking KO, man, I'm loving these ninjas. I'm loving these guys because right now they doing a lot of truth telling, like myself. I'm keeping it $100. Because let's be honest, eventually I do hope though when they realize the cancer isn't just Roman. I mean, Roman may be affected by cancer, but he's not the original cancer.
Right.
I hope one day when they, open their eyes, they see the original cancer and whoop his ass. Because he's the one that caused all this. But but it's just distasteful, man. It's really distasteful. I mean, I'm liking how they giving him his own gear, his own look. I know Jimmy. Jimmy. He's not the type of guy to really like do the shirt off type scene. As far as I remembered. Oh, actually, no. I think he did it. Yeah, he did it back then when he was more engraved in the Samoan heritage image more than he was this version. But nowadays, so yeah. But yeah, I like the imagery of him right now as far as like his own style and everything. Music, of course. I think they haven't really gotten to that department of selling a very much of a comedic niche, which honestly he already has it. The no yeets, just go there with it. And even if he say yeets, I mean he's still gonna say yeets as far as what his brother be talking about, but he's gonna say no yeets as far as letting people know like if this ain't gonna happen, this ain't gonna happen, and this ain't gonna happen. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really simple. Just add that. All right, yeah. Okay. So that's just one thing. Now, one thing also is I will say this: people have been talking about just like how Jay got the Intercontinental title, Jimmy may be up for the United States title, and it's been around here that people have been talking about it. We actually already been talking about it already. Like, we've been on that shit a long time. You feel me? We already been talking about it. We on.
Yes, sir.
We on this and we talking and we hustling and busting. But one thing for sure is if he's gonna make a true case, it's gonna be very interesting how it happens because let's be honest, as much as we talk about Jimmy, we gotta have to talk about a bigger piece of information. Which, if you've seen the thumbnail for this video, you already know what time it is, right? And WWE is already selling the signals. There's gonna be a whole new leadership coming through, aka the TBS. And if you're wondering what is TBS, and I'm not talking about the TV network, I'm talking about the Bloodline Savages. Yes, you heard it here. The Bloodline Savages. You can even go with the Samoan Savages, TSS. Whatever you feel like is beautifuler than the next. Take you how you feel. Because we starting some shit around here. We're going to make them trends, you dig? And matter of fact, hey, man, look, you heard it here first. When we get big, trust and believe me, we're going to start promoting Bloodline Mafia t-shirts and possibly Bloodline Savages or neither Samoan Savages, however it is. You heard it here first, bro. Best believe it.
Already.
We locked and loaded. But yeah, I think one of the things is right now with how they're angling the whole Solo Sikoa and of course Jacob Fatu, you already know where this is going, right? It's gonna be Jacob taking over. It's gonna be Jacob taking range because the bigger true fight of the Samoan bloodline is gonna be Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
Right.
It was never gonna be, Solo with Roman. Solo feels some type of way, especially with Roman, discrediting him and laughing at him, knowing, he had the potential to be that, especially if Solo from NXT days, because that when he was at his top dog. But for some reason, WWE likes to always do this ritual of bringing new guys in, bringing the new guys or new women in, and then they look like shit coming into the big dog league.
Right.
And it's very distasteful as fuck to know that we got to bring people in and make them look like shit when they come in. I'm sick and tired of that. Like, don't make them look good in NXT, and then you make them look like shit when they come to the big dogs.
The main roster,
that shit is trash. Like even if they could like think about it, and if you think I'm in line, think about Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany was pretty good in NXT, right? But then when she came up, she was taking L's after L's after L's like a mother lover.
Yes, well, she was seesawing.
She was seesawing, but she was mostly taking them dang L's, boy.
Yeah, she took most of the L's. After she got that briefcase, she showing up with taking L's.
And that's why I'm like, bro, that shit was just distasteful. Like it was just nasty, bro. Like
for her to take all those L's and then beat Bayley straight up, that was like, come on, man. Yeah, she should have been, in that position of beating Bayley. Don't make her get the title then beat her. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like the way they do it is like it's so distasteful. It's like I get it, right? You're trying to sell a projective of losing this and that. Try to make the wedge of saying like, oh, Nia probably doesn't need her as much anymore because she's really becoming irrelevant and useless. Whereas what's her name is becoming more useful to her than she is. It's like, man, come on now. Just stop. Like I get it. You hit a different angle and that's cool. But she didn't have to take as much losses as she did just to sell that tipping point of the relationship.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, that shit just so like off-putting as hell, but it is what it is. But one thing I'll say, just like rolling back to what we were talking about amongst Jimmy and the Bloodline, my thing is because I don't know how they're going to presumably sell Jacob. I mean, we all know if he's going to take over the whole quote-unquote new Bloodline by a WWE standpoint, he's definitely going to be leading in a way that is going to be more proficient for him, where he's going to become champion. It's just going to happen. And as you guys seen last SmackDown, it's looking to be that case. Because what did Solo did? He came through, came out, didn't hand the word, dropped the mic, walked out the dang ring, turned around. Now, I would have thought the moment you saw LA Knight and Braun Strowman, somewhere around the way, Solo comes back and beat the dog shit out of the boys. But that wasn't the case. That was just heartening, right? And even to the point that Jacob had to look at Solo walk away, only for him to pick up the mic off the floor, off the mat, and start speaking and cutting up a promo. That tells me right now, Jacob Fatu is about to be unhinged and unleashed.
Yes, sir.
In these SmackDown streets, you did. So understand this right now. Just know WWE has already sold you what they sold you. Solo is pretty much out. Right, exactly. We're gonna get a big one. Jacob Fatu is about to get a silver lining.
Jacob Fatu is the next topic. So we So just to work both Jimmy and Jacob right now, this is what I'm saying. Like Jimmy's road path to probably be a single competitor is going to be tough because Jacob Fatu's right there. And I don't think so they're going to give him, the big title just yet, especially since Roman's going to go after Cody for the title. Paul Heyman made that clear. If Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble, he's coming after Cody Rhodes, and he's coming after that undisputed title. So it's going to pop off that way, right? So yeah, it's just one of those things, right? But that's going to be the new lane. And funny enough, a lot of people have been also talking about if Solo do end up stepping away from the new Bloodline, or as far as we know it for right now, currently is the Bloodline Mafia under Solo. Eventually, it'll be the Samoan Savages or the Bloodline Savages, however you want it, however you like it. Let us know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But however you choose to take one or the other, it's definitely going to come to this, right? And when they sell it, because right now we haven't gotten to the point where, Roman comes back to SmackDown and Solo acknowledges Roman Reigns as the tribal chief, as he said they would have to. Right now, Jacob and even Tama Tonga, they're on that pack of saying, fuck this. We don't give a fuck who Roman is. We don't care if he has the Olafala. We don't care if he's technically and proclaimingly the tribal chief. We still follow you, Solo. And, you know, they're going to stand on that because at the end of the damn day, because when you think about it, and this is why I say, like, I did love this idea of Solo, Jacob, Fatu, the Tonga brothers being together, because it automatically sells the mindset of these guys on this side build themselves up. They didn't need to be carried by nobody else to be who they were. And that's facts. Solo wasn't carried by Roman Reigns and the Uso brothers, his brothers. He wasn't carried by them. He was carried by his own merit. Ergo, why he is named the way he is named as far as wrestling wise. Because technically Solo should have been called Solo Uso, but that's not the case. It's Solo Sikoa.
Right.
So, yeah. So pretty much, you know, like I said, man, when it comes to these guys, in a lot of ways and shape and forms, they should have been together more, but WWE is not going to continue selling that, especially since Jacob Fatu is the big dog in the pack. So they're gonna budget cut Solo Sikoa and, you know, bring him back under the fold on the Roman, because as we know, as they work up these new things, we already know that the Tonga brothers' big little brother is coming to WWE. He's already locked and loaded, as they were saying in many other news articles that you probably have heard and read about him, that he's just not in the quote unquote WWE scenes yet, but he's coming through.
Right.
And then we all know about Silla Fatu. That's worded and rumored that he's coming through. So you can already tell you already got two savages coming in. We got one giant savage, and then you got Silla Fatu is another savage. And you know, both Silla Fatu and Jacob Fatu, they're not brothers, but they are cousins with the same last name. And these boys have been doing some work outside of WWE before, so you already know what time it is. You got them two, then you got the big titan within the the big little brother, Tonga brother, and then you got the two tag teams within the Tonga brothers. That is going to be very heavy and very deadly. And
yes, sir.
I can see so many phases being done where this is going to build up right now, especially with the whole news of, you know, NXT with the TNA collab. Because right now, if you didn't know this, and I took some noticeable look arounds, but come to find out, a lot of the NXT big dogs, quote unquote, were at TNA Genesis, which I'm gonna have to take some look back around. So if that comes to case, especially since we had the NXT tag team guys together, that means that we're more likely going to start having a lot of these tag team warfares. So I think this will be a perfect time for neither, however you want to word them, neither Bloodline Savages or the Samoan Savages to start going back to NXT, taking those titles, build up their tag team name, and then meet up with the Usos and have that, you know, tag team warfare between the two, which is going to solidify, you know, the tag team division in their honor more than anything else.
Right.
So, yeah, but more than anything else, Jimmy's case for the title, I mean, I can see it happen because people right now are saying that they're tired of the Shinsuke Nakamura title run, which, boy, that's going to be another conversation to talk about later down the stretch.
Damn.
That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. And it's like, I liked how they did it, but it's like, now it's like, I think people are starting to smell the visuals of it has no true purpose because it has no real angle leading up to anything. And sadly enough, I have to understand that it's true. Because the way how you're building Shinsuke Nakamura is not in a sense of anything pretty profound. It's literally sort of saying like it's watered down the title effect, and now people are getting sick and tired of it.
We did Pencil versus Pete Dunne tonight. My bad.
Oh no, you good?
Oh yeah, we finna let me jump into the last topic. We gotta get into the watch along real quick. I already got it set up.
Right. Hey, but look though, I'm a peace out real quick because I just want to come up real quick and talk. But
yes,
I'm about to my brother real quick. That. If you still on, I'll be right back up. And
I'm gonna be on the it's gonna be a whole nother live stream in a minute.
All right, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, yes, sir. But I just want to jump on the last topic.
Yeah,
really,
right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yep.
this last topic we got for y'all is where has Kiana James been? As you can see, Kiana James has a new look. Kiana James went and got a boob job. She went and made her breasts a little bigger. So she got the secretary breast. So Kiana James should be back pretty soon. She just had to go get her chest done. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what they do. That's what the WWE superstars do. They mainly get their chest done. No BBLs. They always get their chest done though. But that's all though. That's it. That's it for the weekly wrestling conversation. Appreciate Wiley for coming through. Appreciate 907 for dropping through in the chat. Y'all go subscribe to 907 Good Eats. She got the cooking show. You know what I'm saying? Just don't go over there hungry. You feel me? But we're about to jump to the next live screen, and it's the watch along. Y'all can join me for the watch along. But until then, I'll catch you all in the next main event.
He was a normal man who heard voices in his head. He was a normal man who ran from his demons. He was a normal man that couldn't escape the darkness. Till one day, he was left to die. He then would rise again. He then would embrace the voices. He slayed his demons and he conquered the darkness. Shh.